Today is July 31st. I can't believe I'm wearing this. It's so hot, it's so warm, but there's only the crazy Potterhead girls who wear a full Ravenclaw jumper even in the middle of summer. Welcome, witches, wizards, and magical souls. I solemnly swear that your magic is limitless. It's crazy hot here, but I really wanted to honor Harry Potter today for his birthday. You know that he was born on the 31st of July, just like J.K. Rowling, exactly on the same day. So happy birthday to the boy who lived. Happy birthday to the woman who created him. And of course, it's no coincidence, but I want to go further into that during this video. Especially, I would like to come back on the fact that Harry is not just a Leo by his birth date, because the 31st of July is during the Leo season. I want to show you how much he's the most complete, precise, almost textbook portrait of a Leo archetype that fiction has ever produced. And once you see it, you're gonna wonder why you didn't see it before. So I don't know if you know a lot about astrology. I've been doing 3 years of astrology class a few years ago. So I'm going to take you through this video with my astrologic study background. You know what stops me in my tracks every single time I think about it? July 31st, Leo season, and Leo is the sign that is ruled by the sun. And Harry Potter is literally the person around whom an entire world orbits in the wizarding world. He is the chosen one, he is the boy who lived, he is the only one who vanquished the Dark Lord. Every single character in the saga is defined in some way by their relationship with Harry. So Harry is kind of the sun of the entire story's solar system. And J.K. Rowling, who is also a Leo, born on the same day, she built him this way. I don't know if it was conscious or not, but it goes so much deeper than just a sun and the world gravitating around it. Because every single core trait of the Leo archetype, the lights and the shadows, the gifts and the wounds, is written into Harry's character across the 7 books. So I'm going to take you through all of them one by one. Let's go. Before we dive in further into this video, I want just to share with you a quick note on astrology and how I use it on this channel. I'm not here to tell you that the stars are here to determine your destiny. We talked about it in the video that is called Did Harry Have a Choice? Destiny or Free Will? You can see it on my channel. And the answer is no. Our choices define us far more than our prophecy or any birth charts. But the birth chart is actually showing your strength, your weaknesses, and the kind of things that you hold within you and that you can show up in the world. It also shows what challenges you have, and of course, it's up to you to go through this challenge or not. So the choice is yours, but the archetypes, the deep patterns of personality that astrology points towards, these are real. They are language for understanding how different people are wired and how they love, how they lead, how they struggle, how they shine. And Leo, so Leo is the 5th sign of the zodiac and it's ruled by the sun. It's a fire sign because each sign is attached to an element and it has one of the most recognizable archetypes of all. It's the lion, the animal. And the lion, of course, is courageous, he's loyal, generous, natural leader, driven by love, capable of extraordinary warmth and extraordinary pride. Of course, at this point already, it sounds like someone, right? So let's see how Leo is the sign of natural leadership. It's not the kind that's pressured or planned or strategized. It's the kind that just happen. People follow Leos, not because Leos demand it, but because there's something kind of magnetic about the way they show up. And for instance, Harry never wanted to be a leader. We talk further about it in the video, which is called Harry Potter Invisibility, How to Share Your Message with the World. He has spent some years uncomfortable with his own fame, wishing that he could just be normal. And yet, when Umbridge takes over Hogwarts and cuts them off from any adult support, Harry didn't go to a teacher. He didn't wait for someone else to fix it. He created Dumbledore's Army. Nobody elected him, nobody asked him to lead, he just started it and people started to follow. Of course, afterwards, there's a sort of fake election to say that he's the chief, but he's already the chief. And that's what Leos do. They lead not from a position, but from the presence inside of them. So as I told you, Leo is a fire sign. And fire, as we explored in Which Hogwarts House Are You Really? Fire is the element of courage, of action, of moving forward in spite of fear. Gryffindor's colors are red and gold, and the Gryffindor element is fire. Harry's house, naturally, is Gryffindor, and Harry is naturally a Leo. So you see all these elements together, they kind of connected. And the Sorting Hat, remember, he almost put Harry in Slytherin, but Harry had to activate choice for Gryffindor. He had to insist on it. That choice, not Slytherin, is the most Leo moments in the entire saga. Because the Leo, like Harry, doesn't choose the easy path, or the strategic path, or the path of cunning and self-preservation. The Leo truly chooses the path of the heart, every single time, even when it costs them enormously. And strangely, you're going to see that we have more than one Leo in Gryffindor. Can you already guess which one of them? So the lion is famously loyal to its pride. We talked about it in the video Harry Potter and Abundance, about Harry's extraordinary generosity, how he gave his entire Triwizard Prize to Fred and George, how he's buying sweets for everyone in the Hogwarts Express, how he's sharing everything he has without keeping score. This is pure Leo energy. He just gives out of love. The Leos love deeply and give freely. Well, okay, so just a little notification for you. I am not a Leo. Even if I love this energy of Leo, I am not a Leo, so I'm not talking about me. So let's go back to the Leos, to myself. Leos love deeply, they give, they create without obligation because loving generously is simply how they're wired. Harry would die for Ron, for Hermione, for Ginny, for the people he has known for 5 minutes, if he decides that they are worth protecting. And ultimately, he does walk towards death willingly for all of them. Can you imagine something more Leo than this? But Leo also has a shadow, and Harry is unmistakable in this shadow. The Leos usually need to be seen, to be believed, to be taken seriously. And when they are not, when their truth is dismissed, when their authority is questioned, when they are mocked, ignored, or called a liar, the lions roar. Let's go back to Book 5, Order of the Phoenix. Of course, you remember how Harry is furious in this book, how exhausting he is, even for the readers who actually love him. And why? Because he's actually telling the truth, that Voldemort is back, and nobody believes him. The ministry is calling him a liar, the newspaper are calling him unstable, even his friends tiptoe around him. And Harry's Leo wound is activated completely. He needs to be seen, he needs to be trusted, and he has a lot of pride. And this pride makes it almost impossible to ask for help. Because asking for help means admitting vulnerability. And vulnerability feels like a weakness to a Leo, who has always had to be strong. So I talk a little bit more about this one through a different list in the video that is called What Your Boggart Reveals About You. I invite you to check it if it interests you. It talks about the fear and the fear underneath the fear. But for Harry, so much of his hunger in the book 5 is really grief and fear dressed up into rage. And this is actually the Leo shadow. Beautiful in its intensity and exhausting in its excess. One more trait about the Leo. The sign of the Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun doesn't orbit anything. Everything orbits around it, as I told you. Harry Potter, whether he wants it or not, is the gravitational center of his entire world. Every major character's story is shaped by the relationship to Harry. Dumbledore's life work leads to Harry. Voldemort's entire reign is defined by his obsession with Harry. Snape's redemption arc, which we decode in Why Dumbledore Trusted Snape, it exists only because of Harry's mother's love for Harry. Ron and Hermione's are the greatest friends that Harry has ever had. Ginny is Harry's love. Neville's courage, Luna's belonging, all of it are orbitating around Harry. Not because he demanded it, but because this is what the sun does, it shines, and everything else orients towards the light. So now, a detail that is very interesting. Did you know that there is another Leo? Neville Longbottom, who was born on the 30th of July, one day before Harry, which makes Neville also a Leo. And this is not a coincidence. You know that Harry and Neville are linked by more than just their sign. They both could have been the chosen one. The prophecy could have been about either of them. And I explore this more in the video, Did Harry Have a Choice? Sam, I invite you to go and check it if it interests you. Both of these characters fit the description of the prophecy. Voldemort chose Harry, and that choice made Harry the chosen one. But Neville was also there, and he was another lion, the one that nobody saw coming. And here is what I love about Neville as a Leo. He shows up the other face of the archetype. Harry is the Leo who blazes from the beginning, visible, chosen, the center of everything. And Neville is the Leo whose courage is hidden under years of fears and self-doubts. And he finally, in the darkest hours, reveals the full power of what he is. Harry and Neville are two lions, same sign, completely different journeys to the same destination. We have courage, loyalty, the willingness to stand up, even when everything says sit down. And you know what Dumbledore tells about Neville at the end of the first year, right? He says it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. He says this about Neville. This is the lion's truth, spoken about the lion nobody expects. So can you see how all the archetypes of the lion can reflect in Harry and a little bit in Neville as well? But here is what makes this even more extraordinary. Harry isn't the only character that J.K. Rowling built on astrological archetypes. Let's take a few other examples. Do you know when Hermione was born? She was born on the 19th of September. She's a Virgo. And Virgo is the sign of precision, analysis, perfectionism, service. It's the sign that cannot rest until everything is correct, until every detail is accounted for, until the work is done properly. Can you see how much Hermione is a Virgo? Hermione, who has read every textbook before the years begin. Hermione, who corrects the professors. Hermione, whose boggart is failing her exams. Not a monster, but a bad grade. Because for a Virgo, the work, the standard, the precision, these are not just habits. They are an identity. Hermione is Virgo to her core. And then let's take another example. Do you know when Snape was born? Snape was born on 9th of January. He's a Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign of discipline, of the long game, of ambition challenged through patience and endurance. It's the sign that will wait years, decades, an entire lifetime to achieve what it has set out to achieve. Snape plays a role for 17 years, never breaking character, never revealing his hands, tolerating hatred, suspicion, contempt from every side, without flinching. This is so much Capricorn energy. The mountain goat that climbs slowly, steadily, without drama, and reaches the summit long after everyone else has given up. If you want to hear more about the depths of Snape's character, you can go to the video that is called Why Dumbledore Trusted Snape. I love Snape because his endurance wasn't just love for Lily, but it was really Capricorn discipline. The absolute refusal to abandon his mission, no matter the cost. Okay, let's take a third example. Luna. Luna was born on February 13th. She's an Aquarius. And Aquarius is the most original sign of the zodiac. It's the one that sees the world completely differently from everyone else and doesn't spend a single moment apologizing for it. It's the humanitarian, the visionary, the one who is both deeply connected to humanity and completely unbothered by what humanity think of them. Luna Lovegood, who believes in Nargles and wax spurts, who wears radish earrings and a lion's hat, who can see Seth trolls when others can't. Luna, who is laughed at, marginalized, misunderstood, and who looks at her mockers with genuine curiosity rather than hurt. This is pure Aquarius. In the previous video, we talked about Luna's radical openness. I think the video was why Trelawney was right all along. We talked about her ability to see what others miss because she never closed her mind to the possibility. This is also Aquarius gift energy. Another thing that is Aquarius is seeing beyond the consensus reality, trusting her own perception even when the whole world disagrees. So, what do we do with all of this? I'm not suggesting that you reorganize your life around your birth chart. That's not the point. But archetypes, whenever through astrology, through Hogwarts houses, through the Jungian psychologies, they are maps. And maps help a lot. They help you understand why you're wired the way you are, why certain things come easily and others feel like constant struggle, why you lead the way you lead, love the way you love, fear the way you fear, and they help you understand other people as well. Because when you know that your Hermione friend is a Virgo who needs everything to be correct before she can relax, you stop taking her perfectionism personally. You see it as her nature, and it's much more acceptable because it's both her gift and her wound at the same time. When you know that you have a sort of Snape colleague like who plays the long game and never shows their hand, you stop mistaking their reserve for coldness. You see the discipline underneath. And when you recognize the one Luna in your life, the person that everyone think is strange, you start to wonder what they're seeing that you missed. So here is an invitation for you. Look at the people you love, the people who challenge you as well, and the people who you don't quite understand, and ask, what archetype are they living? What is their grief? And what is their wound? Because understanding is the beginning of compassion. And compassion, as Harry showed us again and again, is the most powerful magic there is. July 31st, the day a boy was born who would spend 7 books learning slowly what it means to be a lion, to lead without being asked, to love without keeping score, and to shine even when the world tries to dim you. 7 books to learn how to walk towards death with your head up because the people you love are worth it. Happy birthday, Harry. Happy birthday, Joe. And if you're Leo and watching this, or if you love a Leo, or if you have ever felt the weight of being the one everyone looks to, this one is for you. Subscribe for more and leave me a comment below. Tell me what's your sign, and I will tell you which character is the same house as you. I want to know your combination and to see if it resonates with you. I am Alice, and I'll see you next week. And until next time, remember, the one chooses the wizard, but you chooses everything else. May your choices be your magic.